Namaste, I am Dr. P. Ramadevi. I am coming up with the understanding Tala aspects in dance. So, as a classical dancer, we should know what is Tala, what Tala it is, and the various components of the Tala also. It's very, very important because music, dance, and instruments. These three are together. You all know when we are performing without the song and without the instruments, we will not be able to perform at all. That is why it is called as Sangeetam. Sangeetam means Geetam Vadyam Tadha Nrityam Trayam Sangeetam Uchyate. That means Geetam, the song, Vadyam, the instruments, and Nrityam. These three together are called as Sangeeta. So the main element, what is common in these three, the Sangeetam or the instruments or the dance, it is the rhythm. Without the rhythm, these three will not be there at all. It is the soul of the Sangeetam, the rhythm. So the Sangeetam, the rhythm itself is called in our Indian terminology, the Tala. Okay, so there is a saying which very often we hear that Shruti Mata Laya Pitah. So what is this means? It denotes that the Shruti Mata and Laya Pitah means the drone emanated from the tambura. Tambura is mother and Tala is like father. So let us understand how this Tala originated in our Hindu culture or tradition or Hinduism. We have stories pertaining to everything. Okay, so let us understand what the story of Tala's origin. Okay, so there is a beautiful sloka. Vagdevi dhrita pallaki shatamukho venum dadat patmaja sthalo nidrakaro bhagavati geya prayoganvita vishnu sandra mridanga vadana patareva samamta stita sevamteta manu pradosha samaye devam mridani patim. The story goes like this. This is according to the legends that Pradosha time. In the last, it is Sevam Teta Manu Pradosha Samaye. What is this Pradosha Samaya? Many of us will not be knowing it. So, I want to explain that what is the Pradosha time, Samaya time. Pradosha means it is an auspicious time. It is a 3 hours time. It starts 1.5 hour before, 1.5 hour later of the sunset. In the time also it is this 5:35 is the sunset time. So in that 5:35, suppose today's sun is setting, then 1.5 before the 5:37 and 1.5 after the sunset time is called as Pradosha Samaya, Pradosha time. So this is a bi-monthly occasion on the 13th day of every fortnight in the Hindu calendar. That is Pradosha Samaya. And this period is considered as a very auspicious time to worship Lord Shiva. Okay, so in that Pradosha time, during that Pradosha time, once Shiva was dancing and all Vishnu, Brahma, Saraswati and all his Natya Brinda assistants, like playing the Sangeetam, that is singing and playing the instruments, were going on. While dancing, from Shiva's ghungurus, the bell, one small bell slipped and fell on the earth, which was making a noise of 16 syllables, aksharas. Okay, so what are these 16 aksharas or syllables? They are takita, dharikita, dadhigina, jhanujhamta. I repeat again: takitata, dharikita, dadhigina, jhanujhamta. Now if you observe, it's all are 4 4 4 4, that is 4 into 4, 16 aksharas. So these 16 syllables put in a group and called it as kakapada. That was first tala. From this kakapada, the two syllables were removed, because it is, the kakapada is having full of nishabda kriyas. So the scholars, the Sangeeta Shastrakartas, they removed two syllables from the kakapada and named it as dhruvatala. Dhruvatala, which has 14 syllables, 16 minus 2, 14 syllables. From the dhruvatala, again two syllables were removed, and which became the atatala, which has 12 aksharas or syllables. And from atatala, again two more aksharas were removed, and thus it became the machyatala, which has 10 syllables. And again removing two more syllables from the machyatala created the triputatala, which has 8 aksharas. From triputatala, again two more aksharas removed to create the rupakatala, which has 6 aksharas. And lastly, from the rupaka tala, two more were removed, and that became the ekatala. So I just want to tell you again how these talas have formed. The first one was a kakapada, which has 16 aksharas in it. Okay, but it was having only nishabda kriyas, which I'll be explaining you what they are. So they made it, with the kakapada and dhruva, ata, macha, triputa, rupaka and ekatala. These 7 were the SAPTA talas first originated. But the kakapada was having only nishabda kriyas. So what they have done, two aksharas removed. Okay, from kakapada, which has 16 syllables or aksharas, because it has only nishabda kriyas, they removed 2 alphabets or syllables or aksharas and made it as dhruvatala. After removing 2 syllables from the kakapada, it is 14 syllables. So that they named it as dhruvatala. So dhruvatala will be having only 14 aksharas, syllables. Then from the dhruvatala, they removed again 2 more aksharas. So 14 minus 2, 12 aksharas, which became the atatala. Okay, from atatala, again 2 aksharas are removed, which became the machyatala. That means 10 aksharas are there. From the machyatala, 2 aksharas are removed. So 10 minus 2, 8 is the triputatala. From triputatala, again 2 aksharas are removed, and it became 8 minus 2, 6 aksharas is rupakatala. From rupakatala, again 2 aksharas are removed, and it became ekatala. So first one was kakapada, then dhruva, then ata, machya, triputa, rupaka and ekatala. Now, since the kakapada is having only nishabda kriya, what they did, they selected the rupakatala. Okay, rupakatala has 1 laghu and 1 dhrita. So they inserted or they added the anudhrita in between the laghu and dhrita and called it as jampatala. Okay, so they removed the kapada and they added the jampatala and made it again as 7, and the seven talas, the SAPTA talas, are called SAPTA tala, which are also called as SULADI talas. SULADI talas are seven. That's why they are called as SAPTA tala. The shloka goes like this: Dhruva Matya Rupakascha Jhampe Triputa Evacha Ata Taleka Talecha Sapta Tala Prakirtitaha. So, Dhruva, Matya, Rupaka, Jampa, Triputa, Ata, Eka. These are the seven talas that initially it is formed. Okay. Now, all these are having four aksharas. So I have explained, the four syllables. It were taki, ta, ki, ta, ta, dha, ri, ki, ta, da, dhi, gi, na, jhenu, jhamta. These are the four. So everything was in the chaturashra, four aksharas. It was formed. Okay, and that is why when you are saying about the tala, if you are not mentioning the jati, it is considered as the chaturashra jati. Okay. Then we have to understand two more important terminologies. Okay, when you are talking about I want to explain you here the SULADI tala, why it is called a SAPTA tala. So many are having the doubt, what is SULADI talas and what is SAPTA talas. Okay, so I just want to explain you that the seven talas, what I have mentioned, Dhruva Matya Rupakascha Jhampe Triputa Evacha Ata Taleka Talecha. So Dhruva, Matya, Rupaka, Jhampa, Triputa, Ata, Eka. These seven talas are also called as SULADI talas. So the root word shul is again Sanskrit word. Okay, means sound. Sul means sound. This indicates that all the songs are rendered in a set of sequence to the above seven specific talas. The Suladis formed a distinct group of special compositions that were sung in a prescribed manner to Desi talas. This conventional prescription and practice with regard to talas became so rigid in course of time that eventually came to be known as SULADI or Sudadi talas. So the SULADI talas are nothing but the SAPTA talas, because it shows a cycle of repetitions in the song. Okay. So now when I say that what is this cycle of talas, I think when the people are singing or when you are doing also, the singer will be doing like this. This is commonly because this is called as Adi Talam. Beat and they will count fingers, 3. It starts from the little finger and then again this. This is called Adi Talam. Okay, and I will be explaining the Laghu, Dhrita, Anudhrita, whatever. Now you just understand this action of beat and counting and beat and waving. This complete action, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This complete action is called as Avrita. Avritam. Avritam means again it's coming as a round. Okay, so this Avritam means one cycle. Avritam means one cycle. Now the song will be there. A song will be having Pallavi, Anupallavi and Charanas. So in how many Avritam the Pallavi has to sing? You have to sing. Or Anupallavi or this one. What is this? Okay. Now, for example, we take the Swarajati Raravenu. Okay. So, Raravenu Gopabala Rajita Satguna Jayashila. So, the Pallavi is Raravenu Gopabala Rajita Sadguna Gunashila. This you have to play the Tala in 2 avritas. You have to complete singing. Now suppose another song, I am not taking the Aditalam, I am taking the Rupakatalam. Rupakatalam is, this is Rupakatalam. Okay, so it is like the Varnam, Todi Ragam, Padavarnam, Danike Taganara. Okay, so that one how you have to play. Da Anike Tagu Janara Niku Da Anike Tagu Janara Niku. So you are completing in 4 avritas. Okay, so this avritam, okay, it is the cycle. I know. So this the Tala, what we are playing, it is the metrical structure that repeats in a cyclical harmony from the start to end of any particular song or dance segment. So Tala, because the song will be so big with Pallavi, Anupallavi and Charanas. So how you have to divide these lines and sing rhythmically, because the rhythm is very important in dance and music and instrument, as I said. Without the rhythm you cannot. So this rhythm also will create various rasas also. So when you are selecting the song, if you have, if it is Shringara rasa, what kind of rhythm you have to put? If it is Raudra rasa or Veera rasa, how you have to put the, what kind of rhythm you have to play? Or if it is Karuna rasa, pathetic, what kind of rhythm you have to play? So this rhythm is very, very important in music, in dance and the instruments also. So the Tala is very, very important that every dancer should know. Now, as I said, the SAPTA Talas, the 7 Talas. So as I said, in our Hinduism, everything has beautiful stories how they are created. Now let us see how these 7 talas are created, and every tala also has a presiding god. Okay, and I think all beautiful things are described as a feminine gender. Okay, so because that feminism is beautiful, isn't it? So let us see first what is Dhruvatala. There is a sloka, because it was Shruti, like all these slokas were heard and understood the meaning. So the sloka goes like this: Bhanuvare Pushya Rukshe Dhruvatala Samudbhavaha Shvetavarnu Vishalakshi Taramala Vishobhitaha Shubhavastradharam Chaiva Shandilyascha Rushiswayam Shringarasonushthat Chando Brahmadi Devataha Ayam Jambudvipavasi Laghudhrita Gurustadha Idam Lokahitarthaya Bharatagna Prayujyate. So Dhruvatala originated on Sunday. Okay, Bhanuvare. In Sanskrit, Sunday is called as Bhanuvaram. And in the constellation of Pushyami Nakshatra, it is in Sanskrit called as Nakshatra. The constellation was Pushyami, and it is fair, big eyes, and wearing white vastras attire along with the white pearl chain. I am also wearing white pearl chain. It is made by Shandilya Rishi, and it is prescribed by. It has Sringara Rasa, and Chandas is Anushtup Chandas, and Brahma is the presiding deity for Dhruvatala. And this Dhruvatala resides at Jambu Dvipa. Okay, so, and what is this Dhruvatala will be having? It will be having one Laghu, one Dhrita, and again two Laghus, making total of 14 syllables. Okay, what is Laghu, what is Dhrita, what is Anudhrita, I will be explaining later. Just understand that Dhruvatalam will be having one Laghu, one Dhrita, and again two more Laghus. Okay, so this is Dhruvatala. Now next one is Madhyatala. Laghu Dhruto Laghuschaiva Madhyatala Prakirtitaha Somavare Astarukshe Madhyatala Samudbhavaha Shyamavarno Mahakaye Nanabharana Bhushitaha Rakta Vastradharam Chaiva Bharadwaja Rushiswayam Virasya Bruhachando Maheshwari Tatha Ayam Plaksha Dvipavasi Lagudruta Laghustatha Swa Mati Yastutam Talam Ashwamedha Balam Bhaved. So Madhyatala will have 10 syllables. Okay, Dhruvatala was having 14 in total. So one Laghu, one Dhrita, and one Laghu. In the previous one Laghu, one Dhrita, and one Laghu. Here one Laghu, as I said, two aksharas are removed, and it is 101. It is originated on Monday in Ashtami constellation, and its color is Shyamavarna. Okay, so the blue color and heavy body, decorated with many ornaments, wearing red attire, and it is said by Bharadwaja Rishi, and it creates the Veera Rasa, and the Chandas called Brihati will be there. Maheshwari is the presiding deity, and it resides at Paksha Island. It is said if a noble person play this Tala, it gives the benefit equal of performing an Ashwamedha Yagam. That much result you will get by playing the Madhyatala. The next one is Rupakatala. Okay, Kujavare Makharushe Rupakasya Samudbhavaha Raktavarno Vikarakshau Raktamala Vishobhitaha Shubhavastradharam Chaiva Vasishthashan Rushiswayam Pankti Chandascha Karunarasa Kaumari Devata Shalmali Dvipavasi Dhritameka Laghustadha Rupakakhya Midam Tala Bharatagno Prayujyate. So Rupakatala originated on Tuesday in Makha constellation. Its color is red. Eyes will be in a changed format or deformed. It will be shining with red garlands on a white dress, created by or said by Vasishtha Rishi. It has Pankti Chandas in it, and Karunarasa, it creates the Karunarasa, and Parvati is the presiding deity. It resides at Shalmali Islands. Okay, there are so many islands. So, Rupaka Tala, the deity, the Tala, resides at Salmali Islands. There is one Dhrita and one Laghu in it. In Rupaka Tala, one Dhrita and then Laghu will be. The next one is Jampatala. Budhavare Pushyarukshe Jampe Tala Samudbhavaha Harirvarno Chitravastro Mukta Malaya Shobhitaha Neelavaktra Pankajakshi Jamadagni Rushiswayam Hasyarasa Supratishtat Chando Maishadhi Devata Ayam Kushadvipavasi Laghu Anudhrita Dhritastatha Idam Lokahitardhaya Bharatagno Prayujyate. So, the Jampatala originated on Wednesday in Pushyami constellation. Dressed in green color with pearl ornaments and with a black face, lotus eyes, and it is said by Jamadagni Rishi. And Hasirasa it is created, and Supratishta Chandas will be there. Maisha is the presiding deity, and it resides in Kusha Islands. And it has one Laghu, one Anudhrita, and one Dhrita. One Laghu, one Anudhrita, and one Dhrita. Remember, this is the, among all the 7 talas, this is the only tala which has Anudhrita in it. The remaining all the 6 talas will have only Laghu and Dhrita. Only in the Jampatala, Anudhrita will be there in between the Laghu, Dhrita and Laghu. I told you in the beginning that instead of Kakapada, they took the Rupakatala and inserted the Anudhrita in between and called it as Jampatalam. Okay, so that is about the Jampatala. The next one is Triputatalam. Guruvare Rudra Rukshe Triputasya Samudbhavaha Shvetavarno Pingalaksho Pushpamalaya Shobhitaha Pattu Vastra Dharam Chaiva Kaschapascha Rushiswayam Bhibatsarasaha Srushtischando Kaumari Devata Ayam Krauncha Dvipavasi Veeramam Satdhriteyam Triputakya Bharatagna Prayujyate. So, Triputatala was originated on Thursday in Arudra constellation. Arudra constellation. White color, green eyes, shining with garlands, wearing silk clothes, and it is said by Kashyapa Rishi. Bhibatsarasa will be there, and Kaumadi is the presiding deity. And the Chandas is Srishti and resides at Krauncha Islands. And the Angas it has is 1 Laghu and 2 Dhritas in the Triputatala. The next one is Atatala. Bhruguvare Asya Rukshe Atatala Samudbhavaha Suvarno Bhavaha Komalango Muktamani Vibhushitaha Ashumali Prabhacheti Chandrarupini Pattu Vastradharam Chaiva Mridalini Adhidevata Ayam Shakuntala Dvipavasi Kaschapacha Rushiswayam Laghu Laghu Dhritadvayam Atatala Prakirtitaha. So, Atatala originated on Friday in Ashtami constellation. and it has golden color, and it has a tender body, wearing pearl chain, shining like sun. Okay, it is shining like sun. Her beauty is equal to the moon, wearing pure silk clothes. Mrigalini is the presiding deity and resides at Shakuntala Island, and it is having it is said by the Kashyapa Rishi. So it has two laghus and two dhritas. The next one is Ekatala, the last one. Shanivare Swatirukshe Ekatala Samudbhavaha Neelavarno Raktanetri Raktamala Vibhushitaha Varapitambadharam Bharatyamadhidevata Ayam Shambhadvipavasi Vashishtascha Rushiswayam Ekatala Laghuchaiva Talagnana Vinodini. So it is originated on Shanivare, Saturday, in Swati constellation, red-eyed, wearing red garland, in pure attire, and Saraswati is the presiding deity and resides at Shamba Island, and it is said that Vasishtha Rishi has said this, created Ekatala, and there will be only one laghu in it. So this is about the SULADI SAPTA talas. In my next video, I'll be explaining you what are the components or the angas of the this comes in this Sapta Tala. I told you have heard Laghu, Dhrita, Anudhrita. We will learn in more detail in my next video. Until then, bye.